Hey everybody, welcome back for another memory keeping video. So this is for May 11th through the 17th, and my birthday happened this week, so I used this kit called Birthday from Pink Planner Shop. I print and cut this myself, and the first couple of pages I messed up and cut the stickers as die cuts instead of Kiss Cut stickers, so that's why they're on that yellow paper. But everything else, I figured out my silhouette settings and properly cut everything. It's felt like it's been a while since I've used a weekly birthday kit. I know last year in particular, I ended up using a graduation kit the week of my birthday because two of my sisters were graduating college last year. So I think I used a monthly birthday kit, but not a weekly one. And then I think in a few previous birthdays, I also haven't used birthday kits. There haven't been a lot that I've liked. And then this art finally came out. I forget who the artist is on this one, but I don't typically go for like neutrals, but this one, the art specifically spoke to me a lot, like especially the happy birthday donuts and the champagne bottle and the cakes and the butterfly patterns and the confetti patterns. All of that worked really well together. So I'm happy to have this as a printable because that means I can reuse it in future years as well. So other than it being my birthday this week, it was a pretty quiet week, honestly. This was also finals week at the colleges where I teach, so that's just kind of how it always goes. So most of my week was spent grading and answering last minute emails and attending last minute meetings and all those types of things. I was able to take my birthday off work, although my birthday was Thursday the 14th, so it felt kind of weird to take that day off because I worked the other days of the week. I would have preferred to have a 3-day weekend, but I had some meetings to attend to on Friday, so I decided to take my birthday off. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. I decided to take my birthday off and then work on Friday. And then we did end up going out for dinner on Saturday for my birthday. And then there was a record store sale on Sunday that we went to. So really the Hayley Williams concert the weekend before was the big birthday celebration. That was my big treat for my birthday. I would love to get more in the routine of doing some sort of travel for my birthday, not really the week of my birthday, but maybe in late May. So maybe next year I'll do something like that, especially because next year I'll be turning 35. Yeah. But yeah, I went to a concert for my birthday. If I can do that in future years, I will absolutely do that because it did make me feel a lot better. And then we always do some sort of nice dinner. And then yeah, going to the record sale was fun too. I used a lot of bat and sloth stickers from Sweet Ava's paper this week because while they aren't the most elegant animals, they matched the colors of the kit really, really well. So, because they're brown and black. So I thought they matched really well. As far as the bottom washi, I ended up using 2 patterned washies. There was an extra pattern washi in the printable file, so I ended up swapping that in. I much prefer patterned washi, double pattern washi, or even that old thick bottom washi where it was just one pattern throughout. I know that people like the solid bottom washi for foil overlays, but I don't usually use washi overlays even when I do use foils, so I like having the patterns. So especially with this kit, the light gray was the plain bottom washi and it was so plain. And then because I had patterns for both of the bottom washi, I was able to use all of the deco across the top. But since I don't usually use washi overlays, what I usually end up doing is putting some of the deco along the bottom washi, on the solid color. And then that means the deco up top isn't quite as full. So also I loved both these patterns, the butterfly pattern and the confetti pattern were so good that I'm I need to use both of these. Let me know how you feel about bottom washi in this day and age. Then in the sidebar, I have a habit tracker for flossing. I don't know what I'm trying to figure out here. I think I'm trying to figure out how much more space I have, how many more headers I can use. So the habit tracker's for flossing. The weekly checklist is for dinners. And then I'm going to put in a box just to write in, it's my birthday, because you won't be able to figure that out from anything else in this kit at all. For my birthday dinner on Saturday, we went to a sushi restaurant that we haven't been back to in like 2 years because it's kind of out of the way for us. Um, but they have really, really good fresh fish. And so I ended up getting the shirashi don, which is basically just like various sushi over rice, if you don't know. And it was really good. I think both of us got that, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, we live a little bit inland. I believe a lot of the fish restaurants, especially the ones that serve raw fish, like probably truck in stuff like that morning because we're not like horribly far from the coast. But I think that costs a bit of money for them to do. So only so many restaurants do that, but this one did, from what I can tell, because everything was really fresh. Part of the assortment, sorry if you're vegetarian or vegan listening to this, I do eat not a ton of fish because, mercury poisoning and stuff, but like I like fish quite a lot. But yeah, part of the assortment, like you had your tuna and your salmon, which I guess wild salmon is safer, so that's good. But they had like sashimi scallops, which I don't think I had before. I've had scallops cooked quite a lot, but I don't think I've had them like sushi style. And then baby squid. Didn't love those so much. I mean, I ate them. They weren't bad. It's just like my husband was like, I really liked those. And I'm like, I ate them because they were there. They didn't taste bad. I just wouldn't pick them if I chose it. So, but yeah, it was like a chef's special type of thing. So, and I love a good assortment when it comes to sushi. Pretty much will eat most fish. My husband's more into like the tin fish, which get a little intense for me. Like anchovies, like I will eat them, the canned ones, like especially on pizza, but whoa, do they pack a punch, and wow, are they salty. So I don't love them, but like I'll eat them if they're there. That's most things for me, unless something's like super, super spicy. And honestly, my spice tolerance has gotten higher as I've gotten older, so that's good. Anyway, just rambling on about food. But yeah, really enjoyed my birthday dinner. I think they remodeled since the last time we've been there, so nice. They had some nice booths instead of just like open tables, so that was kind of nice. Let's see. So we're into the day by day now. Monday, I was awake at 4:30 for some reason. I did have therapy, and then I graded a bunch of papers. I've been having some sleep troubles lately, and I don't know if it's just that like the weather's getting warmer, or if I'm just now I don't even know why I would be stressed because I don't have work to worry about right now. But other things like catch up with me and my ruminations, and like everything always feels worse at 4 a.m. Am I right? Like you just start thinking about like every possible problem you could ever have. This might just be me. This might not be you. If this is not you, wow, I'm jealous of your brain. But I just start like thinking about like everything that could possibly go wrong with everything, and it feels like so impossible when it's 4 a.m. And then I go back to sleep, and then I wake up at a normal time, and I'm like, why was I worried about that? And I think it's just because I was half asleep. It was like a waking nightmare, basically. That was probably too much information, but I don't know. Let me know if you can relate. Monday, I also had some stretches to do, and then I was still watching Great Pottery Throwdown on Roku. And for Great Pottery Throwdown, I decided to use these little bat stickers where he's wearing a hat and a monocle and sipping tea for no other reason than it kind of seemed British, and that's a British show. And it matched the spread, and I had no other stickers to mark television or Great Pottery Throwdown. So that's what I did. Tuesday was my final exam period for one of my classes, so I went in and held office hours and had people work on stuff there. One of my students surprised me with a little cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes, which was very nice. I think I had mentioned in an announcement somewhere during the Canvas outage of the week prior that like, okay, your new deadline for stuff is the 14th, which so happens to be my birthday. And like, I always feel weird like saying my birthday to students. Like last year, I think I had a class on my birthday and I brought everybody snacks. Like that was my way of celebrating my birthday. I do not expect people to get me any sort of presents ever because I teach community college and like their money is better spent elsewhere. And yeah, but that was very nice of her. I think she mentioned her son's birthday was this week as well. And then, it was Mother's Day and all of that. So that was very nice of her to do that, to drop by and drop that off. I had papers to grade. Unfortunately, after I left campus, there was a horrible traffic jam. Like I was planning to get home pretty soon. And then so for some reason, the highway was just a parking lot. And I still don't know why. There was no crash or anything that I could ascertain. Sometimes they run traffic breaks because like there's traffic ahead or like there's a crash that they're trying to like mitigate or something. But so I don't know why there was so much traffic, but at one point, like I put the car in park on the highway because we were all just stuck there for a second. So that was not great, but whatever. Did more exercise, watched more Great Pottery Throwdown, and then played with the cats. Those foiled cat icons are from Plana Hannah, I believe. She still sells them. Wednesday, I marked that my younger nephew turned 15, which is kind of wild. I ran around with Clover to play with her, and then I did my stretches and yoga, and then had a bunch of papers to grade, so I did that. And then I finished Great Pottery Throwdown, the latest season that's available on Roku, and started the new season of Great American Baking Show, which for some reason was only 5 episodes instead of 6, and like out of the blue. Actually, no, that's a spoiler because I'm not going to spoil the most recent round of Great American Baking Show because it literally just came out. But anyway, it is only 5 episodes instead of the few 6 that they normally give us, which I don't like the American version of Bake Off as much as I do the original. It's just not the same. But I don't know. I liked the people from this season, though. I will say that. And then I had cramps. Fun. Thursday, I turned 34. Those balloons are from the Prairie Planner. Sorry. My Chemical Romance the day before like teased an announcement. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to announce something on my birthday. How fun. It was just the 15th anniversary edition of their 2010 album, Danger Days. Sorry, I'm like tripping over my words suddenly. Let's see. I ended up buying stickers this day. I went to a bookstore this day because I wanted to get out of the house and do something with the day off I had given myself. And then I listened to a bunch of the Sticky Bun Boys podcast. I also listened to a bunch of music, including Ray's album that came out this year that I hadn't listened to yet. If you're not aware of who that is, it's the Where the Hell is My Husband girl. But I think there's so many songs on this album that are just like incredible. Like my favorite transition point is from this song called Lifeboat, which like will make you cry if you're going through it. But then right after that is this song called I Hate the Way It Looked Today. And like it makes you laugh and then cry a little bit again because you're just like, yep, that's me. So I really like that album. It's very like show tunesy, which is fun. And then very emotional, but also very like there's a song on there called Happier Times Ahead. It's kind of my jam lately. It's like, there will be happier times ahead. The album, I don't think I mentioned this. It's called what is it called? This Music May Contain Hope. And we're going to do another shout out to Anna from Cafe with Anna because she was raving about it. And then this day I was like, I got some free time. I'm going to listen to the whole album. It's very theatrical. She likes to do like an intro and an outro to her albums, like with end credits and everything. It's quite fun. So if you're looking for some music that's not just like sad, because there's a lot of sad music out there right now, which don't get me wrong, I'm a sad girl. But if you need something like more uplifting and fun, listen to this album. And then this week I was still watching a lot of Colbert's Late Show. My husband made me a lemon poppy cake, which was very nice. And then he got me some presents, of course, because he's a dear husband. He got me a couple of vinyl records. So he got me Casey Musgrave's Middle of Nowhere, got the signed copy as a surprise for me. And then he also got Hayley Williams' Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. And it's the like highlighter yellow version that they were doing at the record stores. We pretty much buy most of our records like at our local record stores. There's been a few that like, especially ones for my husband that are specific, like that I've bought online, but like we try to buy from our local stores because we love visiting our local stores and we don't want them to go away. So yes. And he also got me this book of like, just like photos of Japanese cats. So I thought that was kind of funny. Friday, my husband worked from home. I had another final exam period in office hours, and then I had a meeting that I needed to attend, working out some things for the fall semester. Graded more papers, did laundry, and then watched more Colbert. Saturday, I placed a ThreadUp order. I don't think I ended up sharing that one on Instagram now that I think about it. I ordered like 6 items and it came out to like $43. So that was incredible. Got some nice like wool sweaters for next winter. They were like super discounted. Plus, ThreadUp sends you like a $5 coupon for your birthday. So that brought down the order as well. So I got a couple of really good sweaters. And then, because I need more sweaters now that I live up north again, I basically didn't wear my sweaters when I lived back in Southern California, but now like I need more of them again. And then I got some summer items as well. So that's nice. We listened to Middle of Nowhere on vinyl. That vinyl record sticker is from Corks and Corgs Co. I did my makeup and then we went to dinner. So I already mentioned the sushi restaurant and how nice it was. That sushi sticker is from Bunny Bear Plans. Like I mentioned, we didn't get sushi rolls. We got like more of a sashimi bowl, but still, these are the only sushi stickers that I have right now. And then watched more Colbert. Sunday, it was super windy, and we were going to Davis, which I feel like it's usually windier in Davis than it is even in Sacramento, but like trees were blowing everywhere. Like the part of town that's closer to downtown in Sacramento, Midtown, like trees were falling everywhere. We had to do a lot of cleanup after this, but we went to Davis to go to one of the breweries because they were hosting Armadillo Music's Vinyl Apocalypse. They were just trying to get a bunch of stuff out. So we got some super discounted media that day. I mostly got like CDs. My husband mostly got DVDs. The vinyl was kind of like a bust. But then we had lunch at the brewery after that. It's a brewery I used to go to quite a lot, but they have since like opened a whole restaurant and everything. It's called Sedwork. It's in Davis. Really good beer, and the restaurant is like huge. I haven't been there since they opened the restaurant. I was like, wow, they used to like just sell beers out of like a door, basically. So that was fun. It did upset my stomach a little bit because it had like fake cheese on it, unfortunately. But I rounded out the night by watching Last Week Tonight. So that was the week of my birthday. I hope you enjoyed hearing about it. I hope you all are doing well. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.